I do think the next draw is going to be previous day high, though. Market opens in about 30, 45 seconds. A lot of LR built up overnight session. It's starting to look like we're starting to push up there already for ES. ES literally has nothing else. And these are pretty much relative equal highs on there. So we'll see how we react. It's good to note that we already took out London session highs. So we definitely want to see a continuation out of the open first, and then we'll go from there. So that's what we're looking for, and I'll come back to you guys whenever we take our very first setup of the day. Close out my Wondershare here. It's kind of right now. It's kind of weird. Right now it's very weird because we have this 15-minute gap on NQ, right? Have this 15-minute gap on NQ that we seem to be disrespecting. Also tapped into this 15-minute gap right here, right? Problem comes in is where we just dump right off the open, and I haven't been able to catch a short is because ES has been respecting this 1-minute gap, showing that we might want to continue to push higher here. Even though we have a lot of low resistance draws down here, I can't get into the shorts yet without showing extreme bearish bullish confirmation, right? So we're about to form this 4-minute right here. We're inside of this 15-minute gap that we tapped into on NQ. Also, ES hasn't flipped bearish just yet because we still have this 1-minute gap right here that we're respecting. Also on the higher time frame, it's a 4-minute gap as well that we're starting to respect. And overall, but the only overall problem is, what is the real draw on the higher time frame for NQ? This external range liquidity right here, this external draw, I don't really know. I don't think it would be. I think the next internal draw would be all of this LR generated down here. I don't think there's anywhere else for the market to really go. So I'm going to hunt for shorts because that's what I favor more. But it's just a problem because we have to wait for ES to confirm that bias. Because we have this 4-minute gap, and I'm pretty sure, not a 5-minute just yet, have this 4-minute gap that ES is respecting that we have to see get inversed. But by the time we see that, NQ might dump all the way down to take out London lows. And then even then, might have SMT out of London lows. Could look for a better setup through there. I don't really know. But as of right now, that's what we have to wait on. We have to wait for ES to disrespect this gap right here. After we do that, I'll happily, take shorts targeting somewhere here. Just targeting the next swing or the next higher time frame draw, which could be this 15-minute gap right here. But as of right now, we can't do much because ES is not cooperating right now. If we took a short here in this area, we would just kind of be hoping that we can see a continuation just based off of NQ's volume. And there's no real gap that we've inversed. Just kind of dumped right off the open. And now we're starting to slow down a lot at this 15-minute. I do think we're going to break through, but it's just something that, technically we can't do just yet. So I'll come back to you guys whenever we do find that setup. But as of right now, we don't have it just yet. Not just yet. I totally forgot about is this week is a news-packed week. I totally forgot that we have news at 10 a.m. So we have ISM manufacturing PMI. We have PMI at 10. So I was wondering, I'm like, why are we, chopping so hard? And I forgot that we have news, red folder, this Monday. So obviously, smart thing to do now, since we're aware of that information, is wait for 10 a.m., which happens in about 15 minutes. Wait for 10 a.m., see how the market wants to react. Hopefully, we can push up a little bit here because, like I said, I do believe in the short. So what I'm hoping for is that we do see a bullish reaction prior to news, and then after news hits, then we see a bearish reaction. And like I said, as of right now, we don't have any gaps to really work off of. So I'm hoping that, you know, we see a little bit of a push from NQ, and then maybe whenever news comes out, we make a bullish gap somewhere within this leg up right here. Somewhere within this leg up, we make a bullish gap. Whenever news comes out, we can then inverse that gap and then target these 15-minute draws, London lows, whatever the case may be. So if we do continue to respect bullish order flow after news comes out, then we will look to go long. We do have another 4-hour draw right here. This is an external draw though, but on the higher time frame, it's an intermediate term high. So still resting within the LRL, but this is going to be the next higher time frame draw that we're going to draw to if we're going to be bullish for the day. So we could maybe take longs if we respect bullish order flow after news comes out. So I'll check back with you guys in about 15 minutes and see where we can go from there. Just got to make this easier. All right, news is out, news is out, news is out. Still believing in the shorts. We get a little, you know, small push from both pairs as of right now. Had this 1 minute gap on ES that on both of these that we're starting to, you know, inverse. You know, before market open or before news came out, we were starting to respect bullish PD arrays on the lower time frame. Even though we had this push right here, we still have SMT, bearish SMT on NQ. So it definitely looks like NQ is favoring these shorts right now. But what do we need and where do we need it to happen for us to be able to go short here? I think if we're going to be bearish, then we should definitely see a flush throughout here. Do have a 15-minute gap lower. That's what I wanted to see. We have this 15-minute gap lower. Have this 5-minute gap on ES as well. That's pretty much our only point of interest is on ES right here, and then have no 5-minute gap, so we just have to wait for ES to inverse that, see how we're going to react. And then for the bullish side of things, if we end up coming above this fair value gap on NQ, it's like a lower time frame gap, or no, it's not, it's this one. If we come up blow past this 5-minute gap right here, we'll definitely look to take longs. Look where ES is drawing to. I'm getting long right there, man. It's a freaking sitting this all day, bro. Brother, like nobody wants to sit here all day, bro. I'm done, bro. Yeah, I'm done. I don't care. I deadass don't even care what happens, bro. I cannot be bothered.
Order filled.
I cannot be bothered, bro. Close all these positions, bro. I cannot be bothered with what the hell happens today. I cannot be bothered with it. I'm so done. I'm done. I don't have any words for you guys. I'm fucking done.